Hi y'all. What's up, y'all? How everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat with a thumb chat. Disclaimer: fair use and education purpose use only. All rights, image, and other music clips belong to their prospective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Why everybody get in here? Why everybody get in here? Do you remember the narrative? In the beginning, the reason why Kenneka had the car keys is because she's celebrating a new job in my Miss Teresa voice. She celebrated a new job, so Miss Teresa gave her the key to go celebrate a new job with who? With who? Family members. That's how she got those keys. Hi y'all, I'm finna get y'all attention now. So when you think about that, think about this. That's why Miss Teresa said this in the beginning. Yeah, she wanted to go to the show and sacrifice by going to Irene allegedly birthday party. This finna get cold. That's finna show you how everything played out. Because if you think I'm lying, let's go to this. To my chat scene. Right? Y'all remember this? This. And I want to be crystal clear when I say this. You see that timestamp? Trey ain't finna go back old school with it. Trey ain't finna go back old school with it. Cause I see behind the curtains is a lot of people trying to throw me off. But I refuse. Check this out. Not 2 hours off this. You wanna know why the reason why they showed up? Cause what Miss Teresa said. Then she say, hey, my daughter was going out because she just got a new job. So she was celebrating. Go to 911 call. Miss Teresa said, my daughter was here with a gathering. No parent would say a gathering if it wasn't a party. See what I'm saying? Let's spill tea. So if that was the original story in the beginning, once you go to Kenneka phone, right here, to Kenneka phone, right? Can we all agree? If you go here, what do we say? Now, we know the narrative. This why Kenneka got the keys. She finna go with family members. Now check this out. Irene is family member also. So the movies that was going to, it was the movies right across the street from the parking garage. Think about how people could come in the hotel. Right? Man, I'm finna slice and body blow and some pie y'all screaming tonight. Check this out. Cause now you got to go back to this. This is finna be 5 hours off. Cause it's finna match up with this. With this. And once it match up with this, you get this. Look. Trey ain't coming. I'ma skip it a little bit. Here we go. I'm dead fucking serious. Like I just wanna like excuse my hair, whoever I'm here.
Excuse my help, cause but I'm trying to wait till these little views come in, cause I'm not understanding a lot of shit. Literally, like I'm really not understanding what the fuck going on. What's wrong? No, it's not. It's like it's just a problem. I got a problem with a lot of shit that's just been going on Facebook, bro. Like y'all.
So what I'm showing you right now is the biggest exposure in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Everybody know her narrative. They supposed to be coming. They supposed to be going to the movies. In the beginning, they supposed to be going to the movies. All right. She finna tell you they finna go to the movies. Her and Kenneka, and she finna say, I don't know how they end up at Irene party and they all family members. Keep that in mind. And the movie theater is walking distance. Right? So if you knock 2 hours off this time stamp, hold on. One, just say like this supposed to be at 11:46. Then it supposed to be, if you knock an hour off, it's 10:46. But if you knock 2 hours off, that's the trick, right? If this at 11:46, you knock an hour off, it's 10:46. But if you knock 2 hours off, it's 9:46. So when it's 9:46, think about T.Y. Live. When he was at the movie theaters, Kenneka was already at the movie theaters. I need T.Y. I got it up. Hold on. Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Hold on. Now y'all remember Kenneka supposed to been in the restaurant? Guess where this was at? At the movie theaters. With family and friends. They supposed to be seeing the movie It. The movie It. Cause the movie It. Now look. Check this out.
Y'all ass ain't right. A lot of y'all ass ain't right. I feel like everybody on Facebook, I can't eat, I can't sleep. Come back. Like, you ain't deserve. I miss my friend. You don't deserve it. Where you at? Where is you at? Motherfucker pop up to 1, 2 events. Motherfucker ain't even show up at none. Some of y'all ass is wrong, G. Y'all wrong. And y'all literally sitting here trying to settle for her being gone, bro. That shit ain't cool, bro. On no type of level. And I don't got no respect for none of y'all ass. How y'all gonna cherish her on Facebook but not in real life, bro? Not in real life, bro. That shit fake as hell. Every motherfucker can drive out the Rosemont for a hotel party. Motherfucker can drive out there for a motherfucking protest. Motherfucker trying to get justice. Y'all is out there for hotel parties, but y'all can't come out there to help get justice for a motherfucker. Y'all wasn't watching over, bro. That shit ain't right, bro. And I'm feeling some type of way, and I feel like y'all ass ain't real. Ain't no way in here y'all real. And can't no motherfucker say, I ain't had no ride, no transportation. Motherfucker.
Now watch this. Go to Kenneka's phone. If you knock 5 hours out this time stamp, guess what it's finna lead up to? Guess what it's finna lead up to? To the movies. Trey Gang So Cold. Y'all still going to the movies with a question mark. So when you knock 5 hours off this time stamp right here, 1, 12, 11, 10, 9:35. What time this would be? Off the top. Knock 2 hours off. What they're explaining. Oh, so when we was seeing the TY live video, hold on, let me pull the TY live video up right quick. Hold on, gang. Y'all keep liking and sharing right quick while I pull this video up, cause we finna expose the movie theater situation, right? I know I put it on my likes. Hold up. Yep, I sure did. Put it on my likes. Watch this game. Right here.
First time trying an ice bath.
Damn,
First
my
time
bad,
trying.
gang. Right here. Now look. Peep the game. They supposed to be going to the movie theater like what she supposed to be saying.
Motherfuckers order a bus for every motherfucker to get out south. Motherfuckers that came and ordered buses, bro, on the school bus. Ordered a school bus for a motherfucker.
Peep the game.
A to Z, bro. Y'all listen train. A lot of motherfuckers that was there, I swear to God, this lady told me she came from Vegas, bro. She came from Vegas to join the protest, y'all. And y'all is from the area, in the area, know her personally like this, and ain't that, bro? And then motherfuckers friends, best friends, y'all friends. Y'all ass was around her more than us at the end. I ain't even gonna fly.
Look.
Only reason I want to hang.
That's why she trying to make it look like Monique. Now look, they finna head to the Crown Plaza cause they going live. Check this out. In the beginning, right? Once you see this video, who they talking to? They on their way to Crown Plaza. While TY is at the movie theaters. Boom. He at the movie theaters. So everything what she talking about to the movie, a girl's night out, look who at the movies. TY now. Boom. Y'all still going to the movies? Match this timestamp up. Don't we got all? That's why Irene came here. She just left the movie as well. They came from the movie theaters. The time match up. If you match this time stamp up, it looked like it was a change in Irene. Cause remind y'all the text message, guess who have the phone? Guess who will have the phone in their possession? Hi y'all. So don't this time stamp match up when you knock 5 hours off of this? And guess what time this go back and match this up? That's why Irene showing up with Anisha Cox with the family, because it supposed to have been the girls' night out at the movies, and that's why they will be showing up at the hotel while T.Y. them at the movie theaters. Everybody finna show up like this. Boom. So that means, boom, after look, boom, this gonna be what time? If you knock 2 hours off, it explain why they got cups in their hand. It explain why Killing Them will be coming in with CC family members, right? Then you got the same girl that rented the room, right? Look what time this is when you knock 2 hours off. It was playing why this.
Like that is because I didn't fuck with you hoes. That's how I'm gonna tell it. I really didn't fuck with none of you hoes. That I don't know y'all. I don't kick it. I'm 1300 twice. No new bitches at all. I don't settle for new bitches at all. And I really wish she never met you hoes, G. Cause y'all ass ain't there, bro. I don't give a fuck who you went to it with. I ain't even gonna lie. I'ma give me for her props. She came to 2. You came to 2. You got locked up for me though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You came to 2 events, you got locked up. Despite what motherfuckers saying they was gonna do to you, you still took that risk and you made it there, bro. I bet y'all, cause my dad just called my phone. The rest of y'all ass didn't even pop up, bro. Didn't even pop up and y'all wrong as hell. But I ain't gonna lie. Nifa, what I gotta say to you, I'm gonna inbox you because, you feel me? You feel me? I'm not gonna do this on Facebook. I'm not gonna, you feel me, throw you under the bus because I ain't even that type I am. You know how I come for you, bro. But I'm just saying, like, the shit just wrong, bro. Like, y'all ass ain't wrong. Y'all ass is wrong, bro. Y'all ain't coming how y'all supposed to. Motherfuckers drug out.
So do it look like everybody coming from the movie theaters? Irene showed up. Look, Irene would show up, right? At what time? Then they'll show up right at 10:30. Boom, 10:30. 10:30, right? Keep this in mind what time the movie start at it. Man, you finna look, y'all finna body blow Miss Teresa. So boom, 10:30. Look what was going on 10:30. Going on 12. Now watch this. Let's keep it old school. Trade game way, right? So boom. It's finna get to what time? Look how the setup is unfolding, right? According to French Cane Leather, and according to Trade Game investigation in the beginning. So that means, what time this would be? 11:13. That's why Miss Teresa said, since she supposed to been at the movie theaters and she don't want no pause of Crown Plaza, right? Because that's gonna be the setup on her end. So it would make sense to say, I don't know why she even was at the hotel. It's all Irene's fault. Telling her, come from the movies and come to my birthday. Think about that. Right? So look, check this out. Look how long Kenneka would be in the room before something happened to her. If this at 11:13, boom, 11:13, that means Kenneka went straight to the room. Bam, bam, bam. Watch this. I know what I said in the big, know what I'm saying, about the trash bag. We're going to get back to that. Because it's finna come right back to this. It's finna come right back to this. Now look. Skip this part. That's why TY will be coming from her. Guess where they coming from? The movie theaters.
Oh, no, I don't shot him. No.
Look at Dad. He's talking about
Where the fuck y'all at, man? Where y'all at, man?
We out here. Where's it at?
Y'all west or south, man?
Where's Ash? Hey, hit us up when you done with your move. When you done with what you doing. Out here. We busting the 24.
What?
All right, hit us up after you done. Hit us up when you done.
Hey, tell y'all Daddy go to sleep on shot. He got a million questions on there. Okay, he got a million.
Out there for that hotel party, but I ain't gonna lie, you see their face one time, bro. Some of y'all didn't even come, not even one time, bro. Like that shit, irritating as hell, and it's really bothering me, bro. Like, cause we need y'all, like, to come through, bro. Y'all ass ain't coming through. Motherfuckers sit on Facebook, make stats back to back to back to back. Just talking about they can't eat, they can't sleep. I ain't see you hoes shed a tear. See, if you want to be real, I ain't see motherfuckers shed a tear. Y'all seen her mama, see how hurt she was, bro. Y'all seen that shit. Of course, the sister gonna snap off and, ooh, my sister better come the fuck. That's literally natural, bro. That shit gonna happen, bro. You gotta let a motherfucker like this, bro. You gotta let a motherfucker get that shit out. Don't take that shit to offense, bro. Don't look at her, you feel me, as if like, bitch, you ain't talking to me. You supposed to go look for y'all friend, bro. I'm just gonna be real, like y'all ass ain't real, bro.
That's why the family made it seem like she never showed up at the movie theaters. Because if you add her story with the live video that you see right here, then you go to the phone, to Kenneka phone that who had possession of. Look how the time match up about the movies. Hello? Do it match up with this time frame? Once you knock 2 hours off the footage. 12, 11. That means the movie over with. Cause guess what time the movie showed? Everybody likes to go to the movie. Everybody know some movies do show at 9. 10 an hour, just say a movie might be an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or an hour and 45 minutes. Look like the movie it over with. And guess why they showing up? Boom. So that means if Kenneka was in the restaurant, right? Check this out. Watch this. So that means Kenneka will be showing up at that time. Right? So when Kenneka get there, let's go to the phone. You see how the text message look? Check this out. Y'all still at y'all house? You know who that text message going to? Miss Teresa. Now we at Family Dollar. She say, watch this. Look at her. Look at her. What time this would be? Let me be a thought in peace. We know this finna be at 12. So that means when Kenneka showed up, check this out. Look. That means, watch this. When they all came from the movie, starting at one time, they all came from the movie. Not a party I wish. Not a party I wish, according to the statement. Check this out. Look who will be showing up. Just look at it like this here. Everybody coming from the movie theater. Celebrate Kenneka got a new job. And it's finna be a hit with the family. Perfect disguise. Hold up. Thumb me up. Thumb this video up right now, Jack. Look what it look like. Then everybody dressed the same. Everybody dressed the same. Look how organized it is. Boom, soon we get in this hotel. Let's pull the lick. In my King Rod voice, King Rod said, this out its own mouth. Let's do the murder and get out the hotel. That's what we was paid to do. That's what King Rod. So look how quick this finna escalate. So if they came from the movies and they finna commit a murder in the hotel cool with this, right? Watch how they finna do it. Come from the movie theater, boom. This time you know, they showing up. Boom, once they show up, scope out everything. Cause everybody should know they route. When everybody came in, she was about to go on the lower level. When they came in, they walking down the food court hall. They going to the kitchen area, close to that area. Right about that time before Kenneka even showed up. So they scoped the scene and the staff is on lay low. Boom. This thing you know, you got all of this going on. Then Kenneka showed up. So that means they would be showing you how family members set up Kenneka before she get there. And once she get there, watch how this finna escalate quickly. Boom. Man, y'all, Kenneka was snatching the hallway. I mean, not in the hallway, in the lobby, in the beginning. So that's why we never see Shamaya, Monifa, you know what I'm saying? All of these people on this camera right here while BB go get his keys. That's where the idiot come in there, right? So now look. So that mean when Kenneka came in there, look how the setup finna unfold. Kenneka finna be in the room. That's where you get Irene live video. Hold on. Damn, bro. I just... Hold up. Hold on, y'all. Watch this. Man, what is John there? Matter of fact, let me do it like this. Since we know they at the movie theater, you see what time Kenneka would show up. Then they say, let me be a thought and peace. Now watch this. Look, watch this. They said 12:02. At 12:02, look what will be going on in the footage at 12:02. See why they getting off on the elevator? Everybody scope it out. Look how this look like, gang. And think about when I show this, Miss Teresa really fucked up. She really fucked up. She should have never answered the question, because now you got a timestamp. So boom. So once Bree get there, this at 11:54. When you go back to French K letter, he said Kenneka gonna be on in the bed sleep 12 something. That exposed Irene, cause she said the same thing. Kenneka gonna be sleep. But she didn't never gave the timestamp on it, cause she said it was at 2 something. If you not 2 hours off of the 2 something, they go back to something happened at 12 something. Boom, like French K said, Jack. Pie y'all. Once you knock 2 hours out the footage. So boom, once you knock 2 hours out the footage, so what that basically saying, The minute that Kenneka arrived at the party, look how quickly it escalated. Soon she get there, she wasn't even there no more than 5-10 minutes and something happened to her. That means the minute that she arrived, look what happened. If they all come from the movie theaters, right? Check this out. Starting from the top. Irene come to the movie theater, go to the room, then leave. Because they come in. When they come in, right, Irene show back up. Then you got these people. They all in the room. This before Kenneka arrived. And then when Kenneka arrived, look how long she will be in the room. And you want to know, check this out. Don't y'all know when Kenneka showed up? Check this out. When she showed up, watch this, according to what's going on. The minute she get there, look how the setup on that fold. Look how the scene change on the cameras. Boom. You got them coming in. Once they get there, something already happened to Kenneka. She need an energy bull drink. Need to go get the charger out the car. This is not even 15-30 minutes. Boom. Security on alert. Going to the room. Something happened in the room. And guess what time this is going to be? At 12:02. If that's at 12:02, look what's going on. Boom. So at 12:10, boom. Remind y'all about this text. Right? Check this out. Remind y'all about this text at 12. The D look little. Let me be a thought and peace and all of this. So no text message was sent after that from 12 to an hour later. So you got an hour gap. Once you go back to her, Bree leaving. Once Bree leaving, look who on the loose. Once you see who on the loose, right? 12:30. 12:53. Going on 1 o'clock. Check this out. Something happened in the room. 1 o'clock. Look how long that was. Look. Boom. Everybody leave and you got number males coming in. Now this at 1. Look what will be going on at 1. Cause check this out. Cause once you go to 120, somebody responding, talking about, I'm ready to go. Look who will be showing up on the footage at 1 song. This 105, this 113, this the brother. Look, check this out. Boom. Since you see this, boom, I'm ready to go. So when she said I'm ready to go, look what will be happening. You mean tell me she ready to go when her brother show up? Watch this. This when they came from the movies. Let me play this video.
I don't want to even see y'all motherfucking post talking about some. Y'all miss her, y'all love her, y'all need her, like none of that shit, bro. Don't put none of that shit, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm ready to set it up. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm ready to get into it. I ain't with any motherfucker up on this Facebook shit. I'm ready to get into it. I don't give a fuck. You call me sus, bro. We was cool. We conversated. None of this shit. I ain't trying to hear none of this shit. Cause y'all ass wrong. And y'all fake as hell on my grandma's grave. I'm laying up there and y'all fake as hell. Drove out here for a hotel party. Y'all ass can't drive. Just out here for a protest, bro. For a protest. My motherfucker trying to get down on us, bro. Trying to make it seem like you didn't even she by herself. And y'all know she wasn't by herself. Right, and y'all was there. Exactly. Y'all was there. And then the problem was, motherfucker lied about how long they left her in this house.
Let me say this real fast. I think she real. Zari Walls, she real. Because she said, what I have to say to you, Monifa, I'm going to message you. She ain't trying to get caught out there. She ain't trying to start no beef for fame. So, yeah, she real. About off that statement alone, I know she real. But let her finish what she was saying.
Always, G. If it was 2 minutes and it was quick, as y'all said it was, motherfuckers say it's their story and they sticking to it. If you feel me, if it was as quick as y'all seeing, how the fuck she get from one floor to another just dangling in the highway? If y'all was really looking for a motherfucker, bro, y'all would have bumped into her because she wasn't walking that fast, bro. She wasn't walking that fast and I'm feeling some type of way. And I ain't finna bite my tongue for no bitch. I don't give a fuck who my friend. I don't give a fuck who fuck with me neither. Fuck, that's all I'm saying though. Y'all ass ain't real, bro. And I wish I was that and on my grandma, I wish I was that. Because one thing we always said, no one gets left behind. I don't know what the fuck went wrong that night. I ain't even gonna I don't know what the fuck went wrong. I don't know what y'all ass was thinking, what y'all ass popped, what y'all was drinking. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Like, ain't no way in hell you finna tell me Nene like that liquor did. Nene like that, G. Like, you drink liquor so much to the point you get sleepy, you get tired, bro. She wasn't tired, she was moving, you feel me? She was moving as she was moving. That ain't Nene, bro. I swear to God, and I know she ain't popping no pill though, cause a pill ain't finna let no liquor beat you, bro. It ain't finna do that. Like, I just feel like y'all ass know some shit. Every motherfucker on this motherfucker know some shit. Every motherfucker at that party know some shit, but y'all ain't saying shit. But it's cool though. It's cool though. Motherfucker think they
And
gon'
see,
miss all.
let me just say this. That's why she wasn't at that party. Because they don't want nobody real like her at that party. You see what I'm saying? Fake recognize real. So that's why she wasn't there. Real recognize real and fake recognize real.
All these protests and pop up at a funeral, we're gonna pop up in the funeral and get y'all ass popped. On my grandma's grave. Thinking you not gonna come to no protest? Think you gonna come to that funeral, bro, especially Irene, bro. Don't think your ass gonna walk up in that, bro. Oh my grandma's going up with Irene. I'm not playing, bro. I don't give no fuck what nobody say.
Now, please understand that I've seen Kenneka tag them and them tag Kenneka way before she died. These are people that knew her personally. These aren't just people like me and other YouTubers just talking about the case. These are people who knew her personally.
Y'all about to walk up in this funeral and it's just gonna be on back to, you feel me? Don't try to support at the end, bro. You gotta go from beginning to end. It really ain't no end. Now I had that shit on my cousin. It'll be a must for me to, you feel me? Make it to every protest, every event, with you. Every event. Me and Nene now ain't been together in so long. It was our plan. It was like our plan to go to the movies to go see it that night, bro. But what she wanted to do was be a real friend and come through for you hoes, bro. She wanted to come through for you hoes. Our original plan, even Neef know this, bro. The original plan was to go to the movies to go see it. Y'all really want to be technical, bro. Right. But the motherfucker kept calling her phone. You bogus as hell. You ain't coming to my hotel party. It's my birthday. Ooh, all now your ass bogus as hell because you ain't coming to protest for her, but she bogus because she ain't coming to your motherfucking hotel party, bro. You bogus as hell because you ain't coming out here.
So that's proof right there that Kenneka really wasn't even just trying to go to it, but I guess they tried to make her feel some type of false guilt for not coming or something.
Trying to help a motherfucker get justice for her. Fuck the talk about. Motherfuckers be real loud, petty as fuck, and you the reason.
So now look, what she basically just said, you could use this is in the court of law. Cause everything what she just said, if I'm not mistaken, ain't they coming from the movie theaters? Scoped it out. While Kenneka at the movie theaters and T.Y. And once Kenneka showed up, look how quickly everything escalated. At their hotel. That's where you finna get a lot of editing from. Cause once they get there, boom. Something happened to her already. At what time? Now look. Friends K gave it up at the timestamp. And told everybody, Trey Gang, you correct on the timestamp. This what happened. Cause this what happened at 12 song. He said the girl was on the bed asleep when you go to Irene's story. Yeah, she bumped her head and fell her head on the lamp. Now watch what this finna get crazy at. Cause once you get her, look, just say something happened to Kenneka in that room. Right? This at 12:30. She boom, 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 hit her head on the lamp, right? Irene voice. She hit her head on the lamp. Friends K said, I went to the room at the time, smoked the bud, and she was on the bed, sleep. So if that's at 12 some, 12:30, you got him on the lookout. Bree leave, right? The guys come in. Check this out. Guess what time this finna be now? This finna be at 1. 30 minutes later. Look who will be showing up 30 minutes later. So now you got people playing it off like ain't nothing happened. Go to the police frequency when they said it was assault was going on around Tucson. But now since we know this at 1 some, check this out. 1. Boom. 1. Bam. Look. 1. Keep this in mind. We ain't close to her yet. I'm ready to go. Boom. The brother show up. Look, a replacement. Then look. Now we at 120 mile when she said I'm ready to go. Guess what's finna happen? That means you will have man going to the lower level with the young dudes. Don't mind Kenneka yet. She ain't walking. Listen to what I'm saying. The dudes will scope it out. Once the dudes will scope it out, right? They gonna be slick scoping it out. That's why they walking around, right? Why Bree come back in. Keep this in mind. Watch how this finna go down. Once Bree come back in, look what time this is, right? This at 1:40. This is 30 minutes after the D look little. Boom. Look what time this is. That's finna be at 2 o'clock, right? Guess what Monifa did? Go to the Milton Collins video. Watch this, y'all. Damn, I ain't got on my live video. I ain't got it on my live video. Hold on. So that means the minute Kenneka ride, look how the family members play the role, and she trying to explain this.
But she came to the hotel because she supposed to went to the movies with us, baby. I ain't gonna fly. We supposed to have the girls there at the movies though. I don't know how the fuck the hotel party came up. I ain't gonna lie. Right, and I feel like a motherfucker was supposed to left her. Like,
cause if she supposed to be going out to the movies with family to celebrate a new job, it will make sense that you got to lie and say, I don't know how she ended up at Crown Plaza and the rest of your family members at Crown Plaza at Irene's birthday party. Cause that's who all showed up at Irene's birthday party. Teresa family member. Oh, hey, check this out. You want to know why Miss Teresa said she got the call at 4:34? Gang, I'm finna expose Miss Teresa even more. Cause now y'all talking my talk. Cause that's what I'm finna get into. This reason why Miss Teresa said she got the call at 4:34. Keep this in mind. This was 434 show right here. Do this show Bree will be on the phone? You assume that, oh, she got to be talking to Miss Teresa at that time because Miss Teresa said, yeah, I got the call at round about this time. But if you look at this 2 hours off, this gonna be at 2 some. And then when you go to the court paper, that's if Bree talking to Miss Teresa at 4 something, according to Miss Teresa, cause she going along what the footage would show this at 4 something. But if you're not 2 hours off, this would show the reason why Bree would be talking to Miss Teresa, and Miss Teresa would be calling the hotel talking about check the cameras at 2 something. You see what I'm saying? At 2 something, right? So watch how, check this out. Watch how, from the minute that Kenneka arrived, it's a setup, right? Everybody agreed it's a setup. Look, watch this. They came from the movie theater. Look at it like this here. If they came from the movie theater knocking 2 hours off, everything from the match perfect. They came to the hotel, the room already booked, scoped it out, boom, 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 pulled the lick off. Cause when Kenneka arrived, boom. She already in danger when Bree walk in the hall. Cause she got snatched in the boom. Then you got these people showing up. So look how quickly it escalated that girl. As soon as she got there, you don't see her no more on footage. No more on the footage. Make it so bad, it got to a point they got to duplicate Kenneka on the footage while her eyes closed. Because it'll make a lot of sense if she was already deceived. You had to take pictures and to fabricate a footage. But watch this. This at 2:30. In Miss Teresa's voice, she'll be calling the hotel. That's why family members showing up. Now guess what time this finna be? Watch this. This finna be right at 2 o'clock, right? Check this out. Go to 2:30, and that's when Irene said 2 some. That's when I last saw her in the room. Watch this. Look what it be showing that from 1 some to 2 some. Cause y'all remember Irene's voice. She said when MTV released that doc, before they released that documentary, she was like, yeah, it's around 3 o'clock. Kenneka was missing for 2 hours before 3 o'clock. They go back to 1 some. So that means they go back to 1 some. She was already in the room when she asked her sister Shakira, she really not in her. So that means, boom, when she got there, look, boom, no wonder why. When they showed up, scoped the scene, Kenneka showed up, and then boom. Look what time, if she was missing around 1 some, this at 12. Right? This gonna be at 12. Boom. 12:05, security running. Boom, boom, boom. This finna match up with Irene said it's down there it's 3 o'clock. It's 2 hours later. That mean they come back to 1. That mean when the girl got there, boom, look how she was in the room. How many minutes she was in the room before it went down. And once it went down, look how everybody on the move. See what I'm saying? Play this video.
The way she was in that hallway dangling like that, G, you could tell she was getting irritated waiting on the motherfucker because she kept moving, bro. And for a motherfucker to say it was quick, that 2 minute leak, it wasn't 2 minutes, bro. And I don't give no fuck how no motherfucker feel about this shit. And I don't trust no bitch, bro. And I don't give no fuck how no motherfucker feel out this motherfucker life. I don't give no fuck how motherfuckers feel. I really don't give no fuck, bro. Motherfucker get on Facebook, make sneak this, that, all that. I really don't give no fuck. Fuck me talking about. I don't need no friend, bro. Because if any motherfucker do something like that to their motherfucker best friend, they'll do that shit to any motherfucker body, bro. And I don't want no motherfucker around me until we get justice for Kenneka. Because the motherfucker supposed to be in this bitch right along with us, going to every motherfucking day. Do you see how many more? We got all this room in the back. I don't know, motherfucker.
Now look, check this out. Go to Miss Teresa's story.
Offered to pay for Kenneka's funeral, and she said that they was making them leave. The hotel was, to see if they can find her.
Now look, this is the reason why I made the video. Cause everything what Miss Teresa said, I want y'all to thumb me up right now if this makes sense. Miss Teresa, Irene said she came up missing around Tucson, right? But in reality, she was already missing before Tucson, right? And Miss Teresa knows she was missing before Tucson. They decided to call the hotel at Tucson by check the camera footage. So do this make sense? Round. If this at 12, going on 12:30, right? Going on 1. And when Miss Teresa said, when the lady asked her a question, how did they break away from Kenneka from the group? You gotta look at it like this here. If you go to what the footage showed, she had to come out that room around 1:25. Cause you gotta match this up. That's when she gonna be out the room. Officially. Cause when she came out the room at 1:20, before Miss Teresa answered this question, check this out. I want everybody to thumb me up if this makes sense. Cause guess what's gonna happen? Round 20 minutes later, the D look little. Ain't that's finna go on 2 o'clock, right? So if this text message talking about the D look little, and they talking about, yeah, I'm ready to go. Look what this finna show. Watch this, gang. Watch this. This finna make sense. This finna make a lot of sense. Right here. Guess what time that's finna be? Right at 2 o'clock. Right at 2 o'clock. That means before you see this footage, if this at 1:20, looking like the dealer, and that's going on 2 o'clock, and no more text messages after that. Is this accurate?
Yeah, look, there's a chick that's in a white shirt that was in a Dixie changed clothes. The one that was in the room. Yeah, look, this the person that helped Shamaya and Monifa carry Kenneka down the hall. Y'all check this out, look. Y'all see how she went over in the corner? She to look out. Now look, here they come down the hall. Look, there they go, look. Live in the cut. It's them carrying her right there.
So that means if Kenneka came out the room, was the first stop was the pool area? Cause once it came to the pool area, that means if she came out the room, they went to the pool area, and that would make sense Why it was a struggle in the parking lot and they had to move her from the pool area. Now look, this at 2 o'clock. If you match the time with this, ain't this at 1:20? That's why they got to show her walking, bruh. Boom. Cause look, cause round about what time this was going, this finna be at 2 o'clock. Guess what? Check this out. That's why Shamaya was peeping out the elevators. That's why Shamaya. If this at 1:56, look what's happening at 2 o'clock when they got off the elevators. Look what they doing. Boom! Right at 2 o'clock.
Look. Yeah, look. There's a chick that's in a white shirt that was in a dish to change clothes. The one that was in the room. Yeah, look. This the person that helped Shamaya and Monifa carry Kenneka down the hall. Y'all check this out. Look.
Alright, if that's going on 2 o'clock, check this out. Oh, so that means this at 2. That means when they got Kenneka out the room, she could have possibly ended up in the pool, and that's when they were carrying her from the pool to the kitchen at 2 some. Look, this at 2 o'clock on the dot. That's why they had to show Monifa. Oh! So that means when Monifa and Shamaya were toting the body, they went back to the room. And next thing you know, look.
Yeah, I seen how she went over in the corner. She the
Right before 2
look,
o'clock.
here they come down the hall. Look.
So boom. That means if they carried her, they took her. And boom. While Monifa and them were doing that, looking off on the, oh man. So look. Let's go to 2:30. See when Miss Teresa would call. This would be 30 minutes before Miss Teresa gets a call at 2 some. Watch this.
In the background, I hear one of the other friends stating, you know, she tired of waiting. She tired of this. She, nothing, you know, getting a little rowdy. So I asked them to calm down and just bring my car to me.
Because your daughter had, because they were at the hotel for a party, and your daughter was the driver of the night.
Yes, my daughter was the driver of the night.
They had her keys at this moment.
They had her keys.
This at 2
They
some.
never mentioned that they had a phone until after I
Keep this in mind. This is gonna be at 2 some on this footage, and we know they got the keys. Cause Bree got the keys. So guess what she talking about?
got off the phone with one friend. I call her phone just to hear other friend state to me that I have a phone too. So I asked him, I said, y'all, wait, hold on. You have my car keys and her cell phone? I knew something wasn't right.
Now you know her story would match up at 2 some. Now you know her story match up at 2 some. Cause look what's going on at 4 some. Not 2 hours. I'll go back to 2 some. Look who on the phone. Bree. Got him. Man, let's get the likes up right now. Can we get a cool 100? Do this make sense? Her narrative, do it match up with this with 2 hours off?
Right. So, you know, after that story, you obviously went to the hotel and began the search for your daughter. And the hotel at first wasn't as cooperative, correct?
No, they wasn't.
Okay.
From when me speaking with her friends,
at the same time, this when T.Y. went to the front desk, because in the paperwork, they said this supposed to be around 4 something. He went to the front desk and asked them, hey, we can't find Kenneka. Can you check the cameras? That wasn't at 4 something. That was at 2 something. So if he talking about checking the cameras at 2 something and Miss Teresa talking about checking the cameras at 2 something.
Hotel, the friends stated to me that they was looking for, because I asked them, you know, to continuously look for it at first.
Right.
And she said that they was making them leave. The hotel was, you know.
They were trying to kick him out.
Yes, they were going to kick him out that night.
And
because
this is like about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, before.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They was going to kick him out if they leave and call the police on them to arrest them.
Now, why were they threatening to do that? Just because they were being too rowdy, making too much noise?
No, because they stated to me that they told them that my daughter was missing. They can't find her.
And they felt like that was reason to kick everybody out?
Yes, obviously.
When was, okay, the friends that called you, when was their last time that they saw your daughter, Kenneka, alive? What's their last reaction and interaction with Kenneka?
Well, they stated to me it was 2, because I asked them how long she been missing, and they said it was 2 hours before they called me. I asked them, why didn't they call me?
So do that make sense? It was 2 hours before they called her and they already searching. But keep this in mind, she said she was on the phone with them talking about keep calm and bring me my car. So look, so when she said bring her car, look what time they brought her the car after all of that. Bring her car. This at 2:34. This at 2:34. Guess what happened? When they left from the lower level, this when they were running in the parking lot. Committee said, bring her car. Got him, bruh. Got him again. Thumb me up if her narrative matching up at 2 something going on 3. And she said the police were kicking them out the hotel. Think about what Kilo Brown said when they said around 3 o'clock. It got hyped. The police up there. The police up there. Then you get this.
Me before, they said because one of the friends didn't want me to know that my daughter was missing. The one that left my house with Kenneka.
Right. Now, but did they say how she broke from the group? Like, how did she break away from the group?
Right.
Okay, it was like 2 different stories. First, that day that she came, she came up missing, they stated that they left her in the front lobby, which is on my 911 call.
Okay.
Because that's what they told me. Then later on that day in the afternoon, headed towards the evening, they stated to me they left her upstairs by the room door. So
they changed where they saw her last.
Yes.
But isn't there a point, if I recall correctly, when they released the videotapes, there was a point where she got out the elevator, but somebody was in the elevator? Am I recalling that wrong?
Those were, I think, the allegations of people saying that they were in the elevator. Because there's been so many conspiracy theories when it comes to what happened with your daughter, Kenneka.
So we didn't see anybody in the elevator with her?
No, not in the videos, not that I saw. Did you guys see anything different? No, we didn't see anything with that. No.
Okay.
But again, so many conspiracy theories were being thrown out there. So now, okay, so you're at the hotel, you find her. So when do they actually, from when you get to the hotel, when does the hotel finally find your daughter in the freezer?
Well, once I arrived, they finally found her after the 3rd time of us coming in, me and my family coming.
Now look, with that being said, now you get this. Then look, check this out. Man, I'm really finna spill the tea on this, because I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to notice this right quick. Now, y'all know when Miss Teresa first filed the lawsuit when it came to Kenneka Jenkins case, she filed it in the Dorothy Brown judge clerk case, right? But did you know she also had a court case in Dorothy Brown case from when on the Kenneka Jenkins case? September the 26th, 2013. Kenneka had to be about 12 or 13 years old at the time when her daddy left her in the minor state. Did you notice that? The same court that Miss Teresa filed on the lawsuit, it came to Dorothy Brown on the corruption, and they had to get rid of her off the case. Cause they didn't want nobody like, man, Miss Teresa been going to court with this lady in 2013 about money. You see that? Watch this.
Tell me about how I'm a hypocrite. But if you're not willing to talk to me about it, don't type it in my comment section. Okay? Because that's irritating. That's irritating. It's extremely irritating that you niggas have nothing better to do than this wait.
And we have a guest here this morning, man. This is kind of a very important interview today. We want to introduce and we want to bring on the show today Kenneka Jenkins' mother, Miss Teresa Martin. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We know you're going through a difficult time, a tough time, and there's a lot of emotions. And
Crown Plaza Hotel.
that's right.
So let's start there. Let's start there. So let's start there. So let's start there. So let's start there.
You know, because our experiences.
What you did with Mimi?
So let's start there. So let's start there.
What you did with Mimi in the hallway that's Mimi?
You know,
keep lying
because our
freely.
experiences.
So let's start
TT,
there.
what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene in the
You know,
hallway that's
because
Nene?
our
You keep lying
experiences.
So
freely.
let's start there.
TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene in the
You know,
hallway
because
that's
our
Nene? You
experiences.
So
keep
let's
lying freely.
start there.
TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene
You
in the
know,
hallway
because
that's
our
Nene? You
experiences.
keep lying
So
freely.
let's start there.
TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene in the hallway that's Nene?
You know,
keep lying
because
freely.
So let's start there.
TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene?
You know,
TT, what you did with Nene in the hallway that's
You know,
Nene?
before
keep
So
lying freely.
let's start there.
every freezer has
TT,
a.
what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene? TT, what you did with Nene?
All in.
Man, now look, if you understand what's going on, this ain't the first time Miss Teresa been in the courts talking about money. And if you look how she was after what her daddy left her in her estate, look how young Kenneka was, and they was going through this stuff as teenagers about what her daddy left her, bro. And then look, once you go to that, why you think you always seen Miss Teresa uploading younger pictures of Kenneka in her teen like she was 13 and 14 years old? Oh. Do I got the now look. Do I got to show I ain't even got to show that. So look, if you go to the liked video, right?
Call in and tell me about how I'm a hypocrite.
Go to this one.
It's called Planet of the Fakes Extreme.
She should have never posted stuff. Oh, let me not forget when I asked the head detective, he called my phone. Hold on. The head detective called your phone? When he would be finished with Kenneka body, stated to me he don't know because the medical examiner on vacation and she's expected back that following Wednesday. Keep that in mind that Wednesday. Right? If you go to Wednesday, if it was September the 9th, right? On a Friday. On the Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Right? If she died on the 9th, on a Saturday, all right, let's go starting out with Sunday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that means the 10th, 11th, and the 12th, 13th. Hold on. Wednesday, September the 9th, Saturday, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, Wednesday, September the 13th. So look how he got heated on September the 13th. Cause look at the protest. Look when Andrew Holmes said, I saw the camera and she was all alone by herself and with Jedediah at the news press conference, and Mitchell Reese had to show up later on that night at the press conference and tell everybody they were lying. She should have never posted this. Watch this. Look, watch this. She telling everybody. They told her not to take pictures because there was the crime scenes, and I made sure that I pointed out every camera that I seen that would have shown her. Keep this in mind. That's why she's telling everybody. Y'all see me on camera pointing out the camera. And she act like she didn't know camera was right there. So anybody can point at the camera like, look, I'm gonna make it look like I'm pointing at this camera like, this a camera right there. Mm-hmm. But look, cause guess what that camera gonna show? In Tucson. This. So when Mitch Teresa said, show the real tape, you got my people on there, show your people. That's how I called it. Cause look what it show at Tucson alone. Look what the camera would show at Tucson alone. Boom, starting off at 2:00. You got family members right on the footage. Look where they going. Look who gonna be with him. Remember what Miss Teresa said, right?
Went up to the hotel begging for help from the hotel, pleading with them, and also Rosemont Police Department.
So it was like hours. Like, was it like 36 hours?
Yes, it was like 36 hours.
I have a question about why, if somebody says that their daughter is missing in their hotel, why wouldn't they be willing to help? Did they give you a reason as to, we're not concerned, she'll just show up, she's probably okay, and they just blew it off? Did they have a reason for why they're not willing to help at that point?
Well, they stated to me that, basically it wasn't their concern, the hotel, Crown Plaza, and manager at the time. That's a police matter.
Manager, police at the time, while family looking at her. Look what the footage show. Do it match up now? Don't it match up now? That's all I want to know. If it match up, you got to share it. Y'all forgive me. I'm over here on these goddamn real busting. Shout out to Jimmy Real Barbecue Jacket. These motherfuckers right. So look. If you got Monique and them tote the body downstairs, right here.
There they go, look. Live in the cut. It's them carrying her right there.
So they was carrying her right there. So that means when Shamaya got through toting her from the elevator, so Shamaya then would tow her to a location and Monique and them and came with Bree now. That means when they were towing her out the room, they waited to Bree get there to get her out the room. And, oh, Lord Jesus Christ. And then when the family members showed up, this where the corruption come in. They could write that to some.
Oh, it's a police matter.
And the police probably say a person has to be missing for 48 hours in order for you to file an official report.
24.
24 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, it's more than 2 hours.
Yes.
Okay.
So when did they finally go look through the tapes to realize, okay, she really was at this hotel? So I guess I'm trying to figure out, how did they discover her in the freezer?
Okay, when my daughter went up there.
Your other daughter?
Yes, my other daughter, Lenore.
Okay.
So this is why they took so long to discover her in the freezer, because you got the family members involved and the police involved and the staff involved putting her in the freezer. You got to say they discover her later on. You got to. You cannot find her on the same day. You got a lot of footage to edit. So this is why Miss Teresa said she got to call at 4:34. Cause Crown Plaza helped her out with this footage. Cause once you go to this footage, you'll swear she'll be on the phone with Miss Teresa, which she basically is, but not at 4 some. This would be at 2 some. That's why Miss Teresa would be calling the hotel and she telling these people on the radio station it was a police matter. They said it's a police matter and we need missing person report to review the footage. Ain't that the same thing the court paper said at 2 some? Miss Teresa, they told her the same thing at 2 some in the morning. 2 something in the morning when Bree down there with these people. 2 something in the morning. Hold up. I ain't even done yet. Check this out. Let's bust Miss Teresa bubble again. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I need to go to deals. Hold on, y'all. I got to find the jaunt right quick. Man, where that jaunt at?
Okay.
All right.
So what would you suggest?
Well, again, the only thing I would suggest maybe just give.
Miranda is winning, so I just want to say her answer for number 10 out. She said it takes 24 hours. April says 48 hours for a missing person report. Tasha said 24 hours. A police report anytime on missing persons. 24 hours.
Now, boom. This at 2:30. That's why TY at the front desk. Why TY at the front desk? Look what's going on. Boom! And Miss Teresa called in the hotel exactly at the same time, bro. Let me go to I need to go to my life. It's this one video I need to show. Hold up. Golly, man, I swear I just had that John up. It's gonna be on. Let me go here right quick. Go to the video. I think it's gonna be in this one, gang. Hold on. Cause I need to show y'all this. Is this it?
Hotel. I know it was surveillance. Just like on each floor, they might not have cameras all through the hotel, but entering and exiting the elevator, there are cameras.
But it is her on the camera because, like I said, so many conspiracy theories. Some people said that's not even her on the video. You do believe it was your daughter in the video?
No, wait.
I don't think that's connected.
Hold on, y'all. What that? Oh man, oh. Hold on, y'all. It's finna come up. Hold on. Not this one. We can go to this, John.
TT, what you did with me. TT, what you did with me. TT, what you did with me.
Cause look, this is what the Gina McGill girl said. That's not the same belly ring that's in the crime scene photo. They must have cleaned that pink hair tie. Cause look, hold on, what if right here you go. Boom, I'm so glad. Out Miss Teresa mouth. I'm glad I got it, gang. Miss Teresa said she took this picture. Boy, this finna expose Miss Teresa. Cause y'all see the timestamp on Kenneka watch. So if Miss Teresa got the watch and took a picture and the watch still say 9 some. Right? 9 some. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull this up. I got to pull Kenneka watch up right quick, gang. This a dead giveaway right here. Hold up. Oh, it's gotta be in my it gotta be her in my other file. Oh, I'm finna pull it up right now, gang. Right here. So Miss Teresa took a picture of this watch and that motherfucker say, boom, if you look, it match up with this, right? With this. So let me find the other watch on Kenneka wrist that it got the 2 timestamps on it. Hold on. Y'all see that say 9 o'clock. Y'all see this bronzer is clean. Y'all see, hold on. Let me go here.
So excited.
All right. Man, what that picture is? Go to Kenneka watch. So if Kenneka watch started at 9 something, did something happen to Kenneka around about this time at 9 something for her watch to stop? Look. Cause you gotta think about it. This is where I'm finna get at. That means if she was in the room at 12 something, check this out. If she was in the room at 12 something and Friends K knew she was in danger at 12 something, it would make sense that Bree would leave, right? While Bree leave, everybody would be in cahoots, and that's when Monifa and them had to bring her out the room. That's why that's why Irene said Monifa picked her up off the bed, sleep, and carry her out the room. And we don't know why she would carry her out the room, because if something happened out that room, that means when they brought her from downstairs, they couldn't bring her this way. So at some point of time, between 2 and 2:30, between 2 and 2:30. That's just 30 minutes of out them bringing her in the room. She had to end up in the pool area. Cause you got this video.
I know where you at.
See that? That's right at 2 o'clock. That's why they had to show them popping at the ramp. This could be when they told her bring her out to take her out the pool. And take her to the lower level. I don't know, gang. Do that make sense? Cause look, that would make sense if you listen to this later narrative. Start from the beginning when everybody showed up. It all makes sense. Like King Rod said, we were there to pull the hit off and leave the hotel. They pulled the hit off and left the hotel. And guess who had to stay there? Monifa killing them. While everybody else leave. That's why you got Kenneka now at the Marriott. Then when you go, then that's why you don't got no more text messages after Kenneka. Right after at what time? Tucson. Tucson. Right at 2 o'clock. Right? So let's listen to Irene. Now let's listen to Mr. Reese. Cause I need to pull that watch because everybody know the watch say 9 o'clock and 9:15. You know what I'm talking about? Cause the 2 timestamps on this watch alone. All right.
Let's start.
TT, what you did with me? TT, what you did with me? TT, what you did with me? In the whole way that's me.
Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Where that video at? So look, that's why Irene needed the video and tell everybody if this going on at 2 to 2:30, right? That's why Leonora said, yeah, we got 5 more videos. And that's why the news asked her about the white girl.
Yeah. I'm not drunk, so you can stop trying to play that.
You see what I'm saying? So that makes sense. But hold up though.
When she went up to the hotel when I came, after me returning back home, she headed out the door as I was coming in, her and 2 of her friends. And when they got up to the hotel, they asked, the person at the front desk if they can look on the cameras and see once again, if they see, if Kenneka was there.
Right.
And they stated to her also as well that it was a police matter. So she calls 911 as well. And the police suggested that and told her that he couldn't leave and come up to the hotel to meet her. She would have to come down to the police station. Once she came, got to the police station and made the report, the missing person report, the only reason that Crown Plaza Police Department came back up to the hotel, not because of my daughter was missing, not because of the missing person report, was because
So now look, check this out. Miss Teresa got to get out the jam at Tucson. So she gonna need Leonora to vouch for the videos that the TY and the Irene live video. Cause once you go back to this video right here, Gang, I ain't even gonna lie. I know I had a whole lot of this video set up, and I don't even know why it ain't even showing up. Cause before I went live, man. So look, make a long story short, right? This why I dropped this video right here. This video right here. Now look, guess what time this finna be? You see what time this gonna be? That's Miss Teresa truck the whole time. That's Miss Teresa truck. Miss Teresa had a couple of cars, bruh. That's Miss Teresa truck, and guess who she would be dropping off? I had made a mistake. Cause you know what I'm saying, this supposed to be in there one. I said two something, but this supposed to be in one. So boom. Guess who you see show up on the footage? YouTubers and other family members showing up with these people. Boom. You see what I'm saying? So once you get to 2 o'clock, look what's going on at 2 o'clock. Miss Teresa was sure everything matched on the footage. 2:30, Miss Teresa, you were notified, and look what Killer going to. Bam, 2:20. Bam, look, 2:22. She gonna be on the phone with Bree. That's why Miss Teresa said they was kicking them out the hotel because they were looking for Kenneka. Go to Kilo Brown story going on 3 o'clock. Look, Irene said she gonna leave around about 3 and 4. Cause that's what the footage gonna show. Cause that was a lie. If they would have told the truth, this would have showed you at Tucson. This would have showed you 30 minutes after this. When Kenneka was drug carried out the room. That's 30 minutes later after this shit. And then boom. That's why look, and you know what another dead giveaway is? Here go another dead giveaway. Cause once Peas and them showed up. Watch this. He said, when Zach asked him when y'all were leaving, yeah, we were leaving around 3 and 4. Guess what the footage from the show? And he said, yeah, but when I came back in, all of a sudden, we see the security officer. So when he said he came back in because he left something in the room and he had to go back to the room to go get, right here. That's going to be at 2:36. Thumb me up if I'm correct. So that means he will come back and see the security guard at Tucson. That's why they all said they saw the security guard at 2 something. Tucson, even the report, look, even the reports right here are going to verify. Look. Check this out. He said the group left the pod around 4. That's at Tucson. Look. Let's see what party they're going to leave round about that time. What? So look, boom. So when you add this at 2 in the room, let's say we're gonna keep this accurate this time stamp. Look what it say. Kenneka was in the room for a long time from this area and resided and all this. He advised there was a lot of drinking going on at 2. This gonna be right before they tow her out the room. So if you match this statement, look, read this, watch this. I'm finna just skip over this. He advised there was a lot of drinking going on around. Blank knew that it would be marijuana and could not recall that was it was drugs at the location. He said it was people drinking at the party and all this and friendly, blah, 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 blah. He stated that one girl stated Kenneka Jenkins is missing. And this at 2. Right at 2. I want to know why. Don't this match up? Don't this match up with the timestamp? Oh, that's why she missing.
In a white shirt that was in a Dixie changed clothes. The one that was in the room. Y'all look. This the person.
And this right at 2. So if you match this up with the original report that came out at 2, don't this match up why they said she was missing? They left her in the hallway and came back in the room, said they can't find her. No wonder.
And they helped Shamaya and Monique carry Kenneka down the hall. Y'all check this out. Look. Y'all see how she went over in the corner? She to look out. Now look. Here they come down the hall. Look.
So look what be going on in the Kenneka Jenkins missing. And watch this. They said when she was missing, they left in the hallway. He did not see Jenkins leave or come back with the room saying they began to look for her. Watch this. He advised some began to look for her and then another and a friend. Blank don't remember when he left the party. But he left with his brother Winky. So we know who this is. And 2 family members. Let's see what family member would be doing at 2. They got out of there. No family member. They got out of there. They're going to be in the kitchen. But guess what? They're going to be on the footage right at 2. At 2. Boom. Now you see why Mr. Reese said, I got to call at 4:34. Because that's when our family in the clear. And that's when the police were like, look, we'll go with it. We'll knock the hours out, 2 hours, living over. Say you got video, 5 more videos at 2, Show Kenneka actually still in the room. So you could believe this, or you could believe she's still in the room.
Lenore forgot to put her signature on the missing person report. Paper.
Right.
So
this is the Rosemont Police.
Yes,
correct?
the Rosemont Police Department.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I meant when I say you can stop the time on the clock, but the time's still rolling. Look how the time's still rolling when you tried to edit it. It's impossible to stop time. You can't be God. You see, you could play God on the surveillance camera, but you could get exposed on this shit, bro. So this just shows you Miss Teresa. If you look at her narrative, why her narrative matching up at 4 something? And in reality, is at 2 something. You still gonna tell what happened in real time, even though the footage is edited. You see what I'm saying? Then look who you got in the kitchen. Boom. Yeah, when we came back in, that's when I started seeing the security guard. And I'm like, hey, where you was at when we were looking for her? He came back in the room exactly at 2:30. 6. While they was in the room, went back to the room while Monique and them had to bring Miss Teresa car. And guess what time this going to be? At 3 o'clock. You see what I'm saying? Now this at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. So when everything over with, round about 3 and 4, that's why Miss Teresa said, I got to call around about 3 and 4. Cause it's to cover up for this on the footage. It's finna make Miss Teresa look like. That's why Miss Teresa said, yeah, I believe those kids told me, cause that's when I got the call. So that finna make it look like they called Miss Teresa, let her know her daughter was missing. They was in the hotel searching for her. And this is what it looked like. They looking for Kenneka. Hi, y'all. Matter of fact, that's why I put this video together. Because I said, look, if you match 2:30 with this footage, it's the same fucking thing. With this. Look at this. Starting off from her, listen to this.
Once he got there and he had called and asked her where was she. She stated that.
Let's start there. Let's start the night that you got the phone call about your daughter.
Okay. I received a phone call 4:34 in the morning from her friend stating to me that my daughter's missing. They can't find her. So I asked them, could they take their time, just have a little patience at first to see if they can find her. In the background, I hear one of the other friends stating, she tired of waiting. She tired of this. She, getting a little rowdy. So I asked.
Now check this out. I see why they turned up on Monifa. Cause it is. If they made Monifa do this, even though she a part of the setup, but they made her do the hard part, I see why Miss Teresa turned up on her like that. Look.
Them to calm down and just bring my car to me.
Because your daughter because they were at the hotel for a party, and your daughter was the driver of the night.
Yes, my daughter was the driver of the night.
They had her keys at this moment.
They had her keys. And they never mentioned that they had a phone until after I got off the phone with one friend. I called her phone just to hear other friend state to me that I have a phone too. So I asked them, I said, y'all, wait, hold on. You have my car keys and her cell phone? I knew something wasn't right.
Boom. You match this up, timestamp. Now you see why she would be missing, right? Then that's why it's no more text message from 2 o'clock on Kenneka's phone. Look. No other text message after 2 o'clock. Oh, no wonder why Leonora got her head down. Then look. Hold on, let me find that job right quick. Man, gang, I had all the videos pulled up. I don't even know where the fuck they went to. Cause this is a video I'm trying to show y'all of Kenneka watch. I tell y'all what, this is what I'm finna do. Hey, y'all like, share, and like this video. I'm gonna go back live same time tomorrow. Cause I got to put all this together, bro. I had all of this pulled up. I don't even know where it went to. It's supposed to be all up in here. That's what I'm gonna do. Bye, y'all. Man, look, check this out, man. Trey ain't to be back, man. Trey ain't love y'all, man. Y'all be cool, y'all be safe. Man, let me work on this shit right quick. I might even go back later on live tonight. Cause I'm so anxious. I'm gonna be real. If I pull this goddamn receipt up, I'm going live, goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna wait. Man, let me read the chat. Oh man, you real late. You missed out on some hot tea. We cooking over here. Man, we cooking these suckers to the white meat. Look, rewind this live and go back, watch it again, and I'ma go back and I'ma just cause man, I don't even know why. What that video at? I'm trying to not to end the live. I'm trying to pull it up. If I can pull it up right quick. Think it's right up in here somewhere. Facebook. It's not this one. It's not. Hold on. Is it this? No, not this one. Nope, not that one. I think it's on her. Hold on. Damn. But yeah, gang, Trey going to be back. Let me get it right, gang. I got to get it right. So before I leave out of here, this is what I was getting at. And I need your comments on this. Do it look like they came from the movie theater? Once they came from the movie theater, Irene them showed, look, Irene from them finna come to the hotel, set it up, then Kenneka pull up, and once Kenneka pull up, go to the room, something immediately happened to her. Immediately. And then look, cause around that 12 something, you got the security going to the room. And boom. Then look, once you got that 12 something, you know it's over with for Kenneka, and that thing, you know, this is what you get. That's what Mr. Reese was scared of, because that's what Andrew Holmes said. If anything happened to Kenneka, the focus go back to the room. Guess who the suspect is gonna be? The family member. And if it go back to the family member, and if anything that happened to the room is gonna come to the light, and that means that nobody didn't do nothing to her but family member. It would make sense why Mr. Reese said that nobody do nothing to her. It wasn't even no setup. Cause it was a setup, and her own family member killed her, bro. Simple as that. And they need everybody to not believe that. But yeah, Trey Gang be back. Trey Gang, look y'all, man. Y'all be cool. Y'all be safe. And bye, y'all. And we'll be back. Do not leave this live unless you like and share the video, bro. Be right back.